Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Winston to give, it's Kamara. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. We know turnover margin always key, going to be really key in this one. And to force an opening drive turnover, that's huge.
It is, and you know something? There's one coach on every team that weighs in at the worst possible time, right? And this is bad. He just fumbled the football. Can't you just hear him right now? Son, you messed it up for everyone on that one. Messed up our offense, and now you put our defense in a bad spot.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Hey, move, 6.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A nice throw right there, and these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave, embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit.
It's caught at the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big pickup of 38.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I'd say that he learned from his costly red zone pick earlier in the game, because this time he puts the throw away from where any defender can make a play on it. Unfortunately, he also sailed it over his intended target, and that doesn't work out well either.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Ready?
A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in, announcing a firing. There's no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. In motion comes the tight end left. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson. A 16-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one was taking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Working out of the gun, Winston. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, force the incompletion.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They go play action. Winston. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Winston. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On the double.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They're going to look to throw. Throw caught here by Bird. And out of bounds right around the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
First target, first catch, and a first down. They'll look to throw again. It's Edwards again. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before. And I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it. So they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
One more time with Patterson. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been in a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On 1st and 10, Winston. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Even in a down year statistically, Juice Landry still produced over 50 catches to lead Cleveland in his final season there. A milestone awaits Landry, though, this season. He's almost a lock to jump into the top 50 all-time for receptions. One of those goes for a 1st down this time.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Second down, Winston. Dancing to his left. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. He was out there waving his arms. When you get a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Winston lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down the defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Throwing, Winston. There's Chris Olave. Call it a gain of 12, but, of course, not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Steps away to his left. Looking long for Thomas. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bird. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd down and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going. Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time, separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they got a more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Running left. Here's Patterson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Again, it's Kamara. It's a room to maneuver. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Winston. And he'll get this into the... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting take.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Play action now. Winston. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. 2nd down and 3. Ball on the 7. Jameis to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
3rd and short yardage. Winston eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Lorenzo Carter in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good, and they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Blue check.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Okay, right? Right, 2.
the gun now on third down. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the fourth and final. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Landry now on the return. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And they will take over first and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards. Jameis now on first down. In the hands of Kamara. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Winston now to throw on first down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down. Again, it's Winston. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Play fake. Winston. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go play action. Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 12-yard line. This is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second and 2. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And some room to run now. That one good for 37 yards. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll roll him out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
3rd down, here's Patterson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Winston. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. 1st down, Winston. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Winston's throw caught by Olave. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Winston. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays up in quick succession if they can.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw again. Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Eric Harris who picks it. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 33. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 58 yards on the ground for him so far. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Once more, they turn to Patterson.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Already known as one of the best return men of all time, Atlanta was finally the team to unblock everything that Patterson could do for her team. The Falcons used him everywhere, running back, receiver, returner. He even saw a couple of defensive snaps. All told, he was 6th in the league in total yards, set new career highs in both rushing and receiving, and signed a new deal to stay in Atlanta.
This was not